All right, we're going.
Yep.
All right, so I'll do the intro. Welcome, everybody, to the, I don't even know, 13th, 14th, was it 14th or 15th episode of the Deserted Gamer Podcast, coming at you with my actual face today. It's Video Game Preserve here with my boy Brian at Crepuscular Sky, who's going to have his pumpkin head or whatever up on the video. So, without further ado, Brian, what are we mad about today? What did Nintendo do this time? And then let's talk about Call of Duty.
Well, you see, the Switch 2.
Why did Nintendo do this? For the past year, we have angrily talked about every decision that Nintendo makes, and then also gotten very nostalgic about other games, mainly Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're the opposite of the stereotype of the Nintendo YouTuber who doesn't like story heavy games like RPGs and stuff. It's like they only like Mario and Donkey Kong. Yeah, don't bury the lead right now. Don't get ahead of it. Mm-hmm. Don't get ahead of the punchline. I was gonna say we're like the opposite of that, and that we hate Nintendo, but instead of RPGs that we like, it's only the golden age of Call of Duty.
Right. Evidently. Yeah, so what do you actually want to talk about today, Brian?
Andrew, there's been an uptick in discourse, you might say, about remakes and remasters. So I think we can start with that. Yeah, there's been a lot of people getting concerned that there's a lot of remakes and remasters coming out, instead of newer games.
So I feel like that this has been an issue since 2012, even before then. Where a lot of just remakes are coming out, and people are like, oh, not a lot of new games. They remade The Last of Us 18 times, and we talked about this on one of our earliest episodes, was just about when is what's a good remaster, when's a good time to remaster a game. And I've even seen some videos that are saying that remasters and remakes are not game preservation, which I get it when they ruin the game in the remaster, but otherwise you are still putting stuff out. The example that I gave in that episode was the Katamari Damacy remaster was really good because the game looks amazing, it plays great, at least to my knowledge, from what I've played of it. I'm not oh my god, this frame rate, whatever.
The ray
I'm not,
tracing,
super savvy. Yeah, I'm not looking at ray tracing or anything like that. But the Katamari Damacy remaster was really great, and that game was pushing 20 years when that came out, if not was already 20 years old. And it's okay, that's a good time for a remaster because kids who are growing up with the Switch are not kids like us that grew up with the PS2. You're giving that generation more opportunities to play it. But when there's crappy remasters of games that are 5 years old, it's okay, why?
Yeah, it's my thing is I think from the on that point, I think from the perspective of game preservation, I do think remasters, it's unless they severely fuck it up, right? It's that I think is fine. Remakes is a little bit that's a little bit of a weird territory because it's Persona 3 Reload retells the story of Persona 3, but I wouldn't say it's preserving Persona 3 FES. That's still stuck on the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 through the PSN. That's the only way you can play that. That's not emulation. So, remake it, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake is not even really a remake. So that's a whole different conversation. But
that is not preservation of Final Fantasy VII at all. No.
Yeah, it's
it's so different.
Yeah, and I do think there are companies that do try. They have been making a very good effort to give you the option for stuff. I think the Final Fantasy Tactics remake or remaster or whatever it is that released recently. That one gives you the option to legitimately play the PS1 version graphically. Yeah, which is awesome.
And Halo.
Yeah, Halo does that.
Halo did that years ago. Way long ago.
My favorite is when games have multiple soundtrack options, the gotta mention it,
of course,
the Trails in the Sky remake. That one gives you the
not even 5 minutes, Brian. Not even 5 minutes.
Hey man, I waited for the intro to be over.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, it gives you the option between three different soundtracks. It gives you the new soundtrack for the remake, the original soundtrack, and then the Evolution, like the PS Vita ports. They had different soundtracks. So
Nice.
I always love that.
And
feature.
Persona 1 didn't do that,
Yeah.
and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, I mean
Yep.
the songs are good in a vacuum, but then you like look at the game and everything, and you're like, this doesn't fit the vibe.
You mean the PSP
Yeah, the
songs
PSP,
don't fit
the
it?
PSP songs do not fit it at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
No. Give me that Hypnos Tower with that bass line. If you know what I'm talking about, you're a G. But anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's like I do think from that perspective, yeah. I think like the big thing though, I think that a lot of people kind of bring up for it is in relation to like you mentioned, you're getting a lot of remix remasters. It feels like we're getting a lot of remix and remasters and not a lot of new games. Which I mean, kinda. It's like
right.
when
I'm
you-
like, how much of that is like fake news?
yeah, like when you
know?
expand,
Like-
yeah, like when you expand your view for yourself, obviously you're gonna find like in the indie scene they're making new games, and like
Right.
the JRPGs have been cooking it recently. Like there's obviously like if you only look at the AAA space, it's gonna seem like that. But I think that's like a greater issue of AAA development where now it's come to the point where it's taken so long and it's cost so much money that developers are now have to be
Right.
like, all right, damn, here, take this Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. In the meantime,
That's what I was going to get at was like, is this just a greater indication of another indication of AAA gaming just like being a kind of a dying beast? Speaking of that too, I do think that we absolutely need to talk about Xbox sometime at this on this episode. Do you know? I mean, you keep up, right? Like with like news and stuff. So
all I know
you know
is about the
everything
Game
that's-
Pass in price increase, and then that people are speculating that they're just going to pull a Sega and just be a software developer.
Yep. Yep. No, people really think I know. I mean, it's been trending in that direction for. I was talking to my girlfriend about it this morning that the 360 was the pinnacle,
Yeah.
and it's which is so funny because it's exactly like Sega, because Sega had the Master System, which not many people owned, at least in the US. I know it's popular in Brazil, but anyway, and like more in Europe too, I think. But anyway, the pinnacle was the Genesis, and then they just plummeted down from there,
But the Dreamcast
the add-ons
had
for the
Crazy
Genesis
Taxi.
weren't good. Yeah, no, the Dreamcast was like a sick console. Like
Yeah.
the Dreamcast is great, great library, but it only was out for like 2 years before they said screw it.
Yeah.
It was, but a lot of people had a lot of fun in that swan song, right? So that's kind of the difference, of course, is that Sega was, and the Saturn is a great console. It's just it was marketed so poorly and nobody had it when it came out. But revisionism has made that console look way better
Yeah.
than it ever was.
Yeah,
because the library is so cool.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's
So,
yeah,
but
it's-
Microsoft,
Sorry.
it's their second console was like the pinnacle, just like Sega, and then and it's just been a plummet down from there. And I mean, the Xbox One the reveal was the beginning of the end, and it's been this painful decline for the past like 12 years,
what-
and it just gets worse and worse.
Was the Xbox One the one where they were like, you have to have the Kinect at
Yes.
all times?
Yes.
This thing needs to be
Yes.
watching you.
Yes, it was sold with the Kinect, and I got an Xbox One fairly early in its life, and had to get the Kinect, and because I still was like supportive of them, because I loved the 360, and so I did still get an Xbox One, mainly for Titanfall 1 when that was coming out, and I got it, and I had to get the Kinect, and I very quickly sold the Kinect on eBay. So
And now you're
and I
recording
made
your
some of the
video
money
with the
back.
Kinect. Look at how it all
And now,
look at
yes.
how it all works out.
No, so you know what is actually really funny? I do have the 360's Kinect hooked up and on my TV stand for the purpose of playing Just Dance. Because it's actually great with it, because you don't need to use a Wii remote.
Yeah, I mean
playing Just Dance with the Kinect is actually probably the best game that was ever used for.
that just made me think of on your I could cut this out if you don't if you don't want to keep this in, but on your most recent video,
Do it.
I was gonna put a comment down. I was like, I think other people are gonna see this. They're not gonna know that I'm joking, but I was gonna put, because you mentioned not doing the full Pokédex for
Oh,
yeah, for Crystal. I was
Crystal.
like, I was gonna put a
Yeah.
comment down and be like, "Oh wow, you're not even gonna do a living Pokedex on a DDR dance pad upside down while doing your taxes? What a real gamer!"
Yeah, and have Twitch do
Oh,
it as
I
well,
in
or
there,
whatever.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
on a DDR dance pad with tilt controls, and I was thinking of like in my mind like the fucking like funhouse floors that like move like side to side.
Don't cut that out. Keep that in the video. That's funny. That's funny, Brian.
But yeah. Anyway, I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh yeah, Xbox. Yeah, it's
The slow decline of Xbox. I mean, if you want to keep talking remasters, we can.
yeah.
Because I
mean,
just
I
kinda
think
threw
I think
out
it. I mean,
Xbox,
I
but
think it fits in with the topic, honestly, because like
it does.
like
Yeah.
the whole reason why Xbox has been on a decline is because they lost sight of why they were pretty much. I mean, like probably sales wise. I don't know the sales wise. I don't remember if Xbox outsold the Wii, and I think it outsold the
No.
PS3.
No.
But like
Nothing else sold the Wii,
yeah.
and the PS3 actually overtook the 360 at the end, if I recall.
well, anyway,
Because the end of the PS3, it got way better,
Yeah.
and people really started to like it when they released like the Slim and then like the top loader one.
Yeah.
Like it started to catch on because of the price got better.
yeah, the
and
price got
was
better,
just
and
too
then
damn high.
and then we'll get into another reason why in a second. But the
Exclusives.
the like a big reason why like it was pretty much like seen in the zeitgeist as on top like for a while was because of the games it had. It had really good games. Like I mean, obviously, like we're gonna mention the PS3 and the Wii had better exclusives overall. But like when there
Right.
was multi-plat system or multi-plat games, the Xbox version was always the best for the most part.
Multiplats were always the best. And here's the other thing that might not be as applicable in today's age, but in 2006 it sure was. Xbox Live was killer.
Yeah.
That was a killer software. You know, like, and the whole UI was so good compared to the PS3. And, you know, even, I mean, the Wii's UI is pretty good too, but, it was always outdated feeling.
Let's not
But the Xbox 360's.
let's not
what?
slander the PS3 UI.
Oh God! If there's one thing to not praise the PS3 on, it is the UI.
You don't like the
360
you don't like that
had-
you don't like that when you move the fucking like thing. You move like what you're selecting and it
don't
makes
like-
that like sound.
that like tick, tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick. Yeah, no, I do not like that the PS3 uses basically the same UI as the PSP. I that was never good.
This is why we don't have
the three-
soul in UI design anymore.
The 360's UI was awesome. Xbox Live Arcade was awesome. Party Chat was awesome. You could party chat and go watch Netflix. Like that was hype. Like I did that when I was, like 13 with the homies. We'd come home and we would get in Party Chat and watch movies on Netflix together. It was great. And Party Chat was great because you didn't have to talk to any randos or deal with game chat.
Yeah. And Xbox Live also had the great feature of not getting hacked and going
Right, there's
down
that
for
too.
like a month.
It also didn't get hacked, and it ran faster. It was when you push the home button, it just would load up right away. The PS3 would like crash when you push the home button. So
Yeah, there was definitely there was like some tech stuff going on. Like again, any Bethesda game running on the PlayStation 3, oh boy.
it was always too like with like the Call of Duty YouTuber scene. Here we go, Brian. It was with the Call of Duty YouTuber scene. It was like if they were a PlayStation 3 COD player, like you were kind of a pariah.
Yeah.
Like everyone was playing on 360.
And like even like
in those days.
the controllers too. Like people would refer to Xbox controllers before they referred to like PlayStation controllers.
The DualShock 3 is trash.
You
That is
don't like the
worst,
6-axis
place.
motion control? Where in Infamous,
enemy crab.
in Infamous, you can slightly move the lightning bolt by shaking the controller.
The PS4 controller is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I do like it still. The
I
touchpad and everything, but
genuinely like PS3 controller. I think the worst part about it is it feels super cheap. Like it feels like that thing.
God, yeah, it feels like you can snap it over
Yeah,
your knee.
and then not even like you just grip that thing too hard, and
Yeah.
it looks like the doorknob,
100%.
the doorknob in The Incredibles.
Yeah, and compare it to the PS2 controller, which was like pretty hefty feeling. Like the
Yeah,
PS2 controller is awesome.
yeah, and then like
It's so funny that so many minor changes make it from one of the best to one of the
yeah, and
worst.
then like
You know?
the PS4 one's good, and then I personally really like the DualSense because I like the
PS5.
like haptic feedback shit that it's got. Even though the
I've never
battery
even
is
held a PS5
dog shit.
controller.
It's
I've never even held a PS5 controller.
it's
so-
it's one that gets because it's a lot. It's got a lot more heft than a PS4 controller, and like it switching between them takes a little getting used to. But
yeah,
like playing a game that has DualSense support is really cool. It's not like if you play it on a PlayStation 4 controller, it's not like it's gonna ruin the game if it doesn't have it. It's not like it's gonna make the game good if it's bad already. But like it's cool. Like it's playing
Right.
like Deathloop, like how each gun has like it makes the because like I don't know if you know what it does, but like it'll like vibrate or like do something to like give you more
Yeah.
haptic, more like actual dynamic haptic feedback about what's
Yeah,
happening in the
sure.
game. And like one of them, a big one that they always use is for the triggers. So when you are
you
doing
know the
something,
Xbox One also had this, right?
well, not to this extent. When
Not
you
to the same extent.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
like pull a trigger on something, like if it's a more difficult thing, like in Horizon Forbidden West, there's like
Mm-hmm.
I forget what that thing is. It's something used to like open doors. So like you see like the character kind of like struggle a little bit, almost like a crowbar kind of thing, or her spear.
Right.
Yeah, it's her spear. When she's like trying to open doors and stuff, it's harder to actually press the button. Like
Right.
the game
Oh,
actually
wow.
like locks
Yeah.
the fucking thing to make it hard to make you
That's-
actually have
okay,
to
yeah.
give it a little bit more. And like
Because the Xbox One controller just vibrated
Yeah, yeah.
on the triggers.
Yeah, and then-
only on like a few games. Yeah,
yeah, and then like there's other ones like Deathloop. Like each gun, the trigger actually feels different. I think
That's
it's
so
like
cool.
it's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool feature. It's like
Yeah.
again, it's not it. The battery life on the trade off is the battery life on the controller is awful, and you got to like keep that thing plugged in all the time. But I think
I
it's neat.
mean, I lived through the Wii U.
Oh, yeah,
so I
with
know
the-
what it's like to
with
have
the
to plug in your
gamepad,
controller all the time.
You'd unplug it and you'd be like, oh, I can finally play it without it plugged into the charger. And like 2 minutes later, it's like, please plug in the gamepad. You're like, are you serious?
But the Pro controller is sick, and I do have one of those. Another one of my favorite controllers is the Wii U
Yeah.
Pro controller for sure.
I think my issue with
Really
it
good.
is what is it that like the pause button is actually lower than on most other controllers, right? So like that throws me
it's
off.
that the sticks are in line, but they're up high. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
follows the
it's- yeah.
same. It's the same layout as the gamepad, but smushed into an Xbox 360 controller, and it's weird. And I have played Call of Duty with it because like Black Ops 2 and stuff is on the Wii U, and it is strange, but you can get used
Yeah,
to it.
no, it is. It's like when I played because I recently played Wind Waker HD for the first time.
Oh,
The
thoughts?
I mean,
Thoughts?
it's just Wind Waker, but the exploration's better, but the visuals are worse. That's what it is. That's the whole thing.
I know. Watch my video about it.
Yeah.
Watch my Wind Waker video. I talk about that.
If you want visuals, GameCube
Yeah.
version is the one to go with. If you want to actually have like much better exploration, that in my opinion kind of puts a band-aid on one of Wind Waker's biggest problems for me, then you go with the Wind Waker version or the HD version, the Wii U version.
I made a very funny joke about the Wind's Requiem in that video.
Yeah.
I like played it a million times and I kept speeding it up and stuff. Like I made like a
That's
meme
not even
about it,
that's not even my
so-
biggest gripe. My biggest gripe with the original Wind Waker is how much empty space there is in the ocean.
Yeah, that's when you go do the dishes though. Like
Yeah, until you realize you overshot the island. You're like, oh fuck, and then you gotta do it again. You gotta play
think I
Wind's
talked
Requiem.
about it,
You gotta play Wind's Requiem
Where
again in the opposite direction.
I would legitimately, if I was going from like Dragon Roost back down to Outset or whatever, something far.
Yeah.
That I would like put it on and go like do something else and come back.
Or like I can't even imagine doing the I don't even remember if I did it in the GameCube version. I think I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm not doing this. It's the to get the heart piece, the like spring water on all the Deku trees. Or the
You think I did that? Hell no.
yeah, like in I think like the HD version gives you like 10 extra minutes.
Right. No, I didn't do that. I did like a bare minimum run when I replayed it.
Yeah.
I want to play it. I want to stream it. 3 hearts. Because even with 7 hearts, that game's easy.
Yeah, I mean, it is like I honestly think like Nintendo. If we're going by, honestly,
Are we mad at Nintendo?
No.
Brian, are we mad at Nintendo?
You heard me say Nintendo's like the blood in the water.
We're back, but we're back, guys. We're back.
I personally think that my favorite combat for Zelda is Twilight Princess. I think that is the best combat.
Yeah, sure.
With all the like different, because like that one you actually have to like your positioning matters and your like all the hidden techniques.
May I
and
point
stuff.
you towards Zelda on NES?
No, that's not. That's not what I mean.
Best combat.
Zelda
Best
on NES.
combat. Zelda on NES, dude. No, but for real though, man, the combat is awesome in that game. Like you got to be so strategic with how you position yourself, like you were just saying.
No, I mean
it's awesome. You mean 3D?
Yeah.
I'm Brian, and I mean 3D. I know.
You got like the helm splitter. You got like the backslash. It's cool, and like that was actually something where I was like, wow, I can see why they added this in for Twilight Princess because I completely forgot about this in Wind Waker. When you knock an enemy over, you gotta wait for them to get their ass back up.
Oh yes, I know.
And Twilight Princess, you do a finisher on them.
Yeah, Wind Waker is definitely a little bit weighty still.
Yeah.
Like you have to wait a lot.
Yeah.
Not like that it feels heavy.
Yeah.
That it has a lot of weighting, which is bad, of course. But the Dark Nut fights are always good though. They're always fun. And the part of the game that I always think about and that I love is when you pull the sword from the Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
And then it turns the color back on.
Yeah, and you got to kill all the enemies in there.
I love that.
I
love that whole part of the game.
I think my biggest hot take for Wind Waker that I think a lot of people get upset at me for is I'm not big on the final Ganon fight.
I mean, I like it.
Like the set piece is cool, and I think like that probably is the best like characterization.
Awesome. Yeah.
It does like the best characterization for Ganon, or for Ganondorf specifically. But like
I was gonna say,
like
it's cool that it's actually just Ganondorf the whole time too.
I mean, they do have the reference with the puppet Ganon, but
of course, which fuck that fight.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Fuck that fight.
But like
I hate that thing.
The Ganondorf fight is like you parry him a few times. And then, or you attack him a few times, and then you just like wait around until like when Zelda's like missing her attack to be like, hey, use the fucking shield, and you're like, okay, and then you use that, and then you hit him a few more times, and all you have to do is do that final parry, and that's it. Like that's the whole fight. It's
all right.
It's got like
it's not that interesting, perhaps, but Ganondorf hits like a truck in that game compared to like every other enemy, so you actually have to be careful.
Yeah, all you do is
fight.
You like backflip.
No, stop. His range is way more. His range is way more than like a Dark Nut or anything, and so you will take shots because you're used to fighting everything else a little closer up. And then Ganondorf is like, you think you're safe, and then he just like gets you.
And then you pull out Grandma's soup, and by that point, you're at the point where Zelda's like, use your shield, and then you got one more round of hits in, and then it's the final parry.
It's a phase. I mean, it's 2 phases of the boss. But here's the other thing: that fight is just so freaking badass. The theme is awesome. Yeah. Ganondorf's 2 swords are cool, and then that final parry, Link does that scream that you only hear in that very moment. Like that's brilliant.
Again. The set pieces and everything about it is neat. Like, that's really cool.
I don't mind the actual fight, though. I don't mind it. Maybe I just suck at games, and that's why it's
I do think, like, the really funny thing is just, like, for me, with that whole thing, I did not notice it until, like, my most recent playthrough, but... And I'm usually kind of like, I usually let this stuff slide. I just thought it was really funny, like, the framing of it, where, like, Ganon goes to touch the Triforce, and then the king touches it and wishes first. And all I'm thinking is just like, all I'm thinking is just like, Ganon is like 2 feet away from it. Like all he has to do is knock him out before he says his wish.
Yeah, yeah. It's a little silly,
Yeah.
and that part always kind of just like didn't really ever stick with me. Like it's just like, oh, I'm touching the Triforce. No, me first.
Yeah.
You know, it is kind of silly, sure.
Yeah, no,
But
it's-
I want to do a 3-heart run of Wind Waker because I've beaten the game. I also beat it on Hero Mode, the HD version when I
Yeah.
had it. My homie and I, who played like every Zelda together, we did Hero Mode, and we kind of just took turns. He actually played a lot of it, but I played some of it with him, so I counted it. I beat it on Hero Mode.
Group project, taking credit for it.
It was a group
Yeah.
project, and he definitely was like 80-20.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like I think like that's honestly like for that Ganondorf fight. I just think it's like a little too easy and a little too short. That like it's shorter than it should be. Like I think it should have like another phase in there.
I think in Hero Mode, I believe he's hitting for 6, because I think he can hit you for
Then
3.
you just pop Grandma soup
in regular. Listen, boy, as he calls you in the game.
Yes.
Listen, boy, you better make sure you have Grandma's soup and some fairies, because in the Hero Mode you don't get any health regen. Like there's no heart drops.
Yeah.
You got to play Hero Mode. If you think the game's too easy, play Hero
Yeah,
Mode.
but there's no health drops
it's
in the
hella
fight
fun.
regardless.
Are there not? Whatever. But
There's no like
okay,
bases or anything
hey,
from what I remember.
hey, Brian, you want to challenge yourself with Wind Waker? Hero Mode, 3 hearts. It'll be hard. Like that'll be hard.
Listen. If you have to
Hmm.
put self-imposed difficulty, then the difficulty is
kid's game.
unbalanced.
It's a kid's game, dude. It's a
I
kid's
get
game.
that. I get that. My point is, it's not. It's like
And
it's,
it's not an
probably
NES
the
game.
easiest
Zelda of the 3D Zelda games for sure. Like the easiest final
Of
boss.
course,
of the
if you're
3D
playing it,
Zelda
if
games.
you're playing it with 20 hearts and on normal difficulty, like standard, then yes, it's for sure. Like I'm not ever like debating that Wind Waker's hard. Like I literally like I didn't even know what Link's death animation looked like in that
Yeah.
game, but he does that like grimace, which is really funny. But like you never die in that game. It's so easy, but
Yeah, it's
still you can make the game harder.
Yeah, and
and
then-
you've always been able to do that with Zelda.
and then you got like, but I mean like, and you also got like in Twilight Princess you got that final boss, which is just awesome. I think is a
Who's that?
what? No, it's Ganondorf again. It's a
I know,
one-on-one fight.
I know.
It's the better.
This is me pretending like I know nothing about Twilight Princess.
It's the better one-on-one duel against Ganondorf.
Yeah, sure.
Because you actually have to.
It's okay to be wrong, Brian.
It's
okay
stop
to
not
just
wrong.
admit that you're
You got the
wrong.
sword clash. Then you got like button mash.
Here's the thing.
You gotta like you actually have to
When
like
it comes
trick them
to
and
the
shit.
Wind Waker, when it comes to the Wind Waker versus Twilight Princess debate, I know that Devin in the comments is on my side, so I've got the power
Yeah,
numbers.
but Devin doesn't know shit about Zelda.
Oh, you hear that? Get him in this call right now.
Devin hasn't played fucking what is it? Tingle's Rupee Adventure or whatever on the DS.
Tingle's Rupee, whatever that game is called. Dude, is that the next speed run?
Tingle's Rupee Adventure. It's gonna be
The next, as if I've ever speed run.
yeah,
anything.
the first speed run. Gonna emulate
I should live stream a speed run.
It's all-
yeah,
it's
I'll emulate it.
all in
speed run it.
Japanese. Like I have never
Oh,
played this
yeah,
game
yeah,
before.
yeah.
I don't know what any of this text says. Let's do this shit.
I've never played it, but we're already speed running the Japanese version to get that fast text.
I think there's only the Japanese version.
Did that not get localized?
I'm pretty sure both Tingle games did not get localized.
I swear, but I know what they are. I mean, I guess I know what my imports a little bit, but you know.
Yeah,
Did that really never get localized?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look really quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say look that ish up.
Zelda. I don't even know what it's
Both
called.
Tingle games.
Tingle games.
Tingle game. Make sure you don't spell it wrong.
Yeah, that would be it's a series
Tingle
of video game
game,
spin-offs.
Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land, freshly picked.
There's been actually 2 more. Okay, shit.
EU, JP and EU.
Okay.
No US, but it did get localized in some way.
Oh, nice. and then the other two.
So we can play that. So there's an English version if it's EU. So
Yeah, but then if you want to do Ripen Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love, I'm pretty sure that's only in. That has yet to see a European or American release. So you gotta go JP version for that.
what? All right. I know we said we wouldn't get mad at Nintendo, but I feel like this is really justified. Let me put the mic a little closer. Where the fuck are my Tingle games?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fuck Mother 3. We don't care about Mother 3.
Right.
We don't care about the Fire Emblem 86 or whatever.
That's facts.
We don't care about what's another Nintendo game that people want localized.
Doshin the Giant.
We don't care
We don't
about-
care about that.
We don't care about Donkey Kong Banana Freedom. We don't care about.
Is that not getting localized?
That's not a thing, man. I'm just making stuff up.
Oh, okay. I was like, is there a new Donkey Kong game that I don't know about? Is it called Banana Freedom? That sounds pretty American, honestly.
It's only Funky Kong. Because everybody knows Funky Kong is
but
the
anyway,
American relative.
Look.
Yep.
Nobody actually cares about an official translation of Mother 3. If they say they do, what they actually mean is that they want that Tingle game translated.
They want
so Nintendo.
Tingle's, what was it? Rupee Adventure of Love, whatever it's called. They want that.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Give it to us.
That's the one. Nintendo. Get to Chop.
Chop video game boy.
All right, I forgot what we were talking
All right,
about before
clip
this.
that. Clip that. Clip. That's the segment right there. Clip that.
I forgot what we were talking about before this. Xbox.
Xbox. All right. So here's the spicy piece that I heard. Thanks to a little video from the Act Man. Yes, I watched that channel. But anyway, Costco. I almost said Kirkland because that's the brand. But Costco and some other retailers too. I believe EB Games in Canada because that does still exist.
Yeah, it also exists in Australia.
Shout out to EB back when y'all were in the U.S.
Yeah.
I had an EB back in my hometown that was my favorite, and then it got turned into a GameStop and then went out of business. What a surprise! But anyway,
yeah, it's called GameStop because they stopped running the business.
it's called GameStop because you're gonna stop having fun.
We
So
got
anyway,
any more in the chamber? Sorry.
I sure do, man. I sure do. Costco, and like I said, I believe EB Games in Canada are actually going to stop stocking Xbox consoles, and they will continue to stock PlayStations and Switches, but they will not stock Xbox consoles anymore because of how deplorable the Xbox brand is now.
Yeah, I mean,
From what I've heard.
it's like what's coming out on the Xbox, that's not coming out on the Switch or PlayStation or PC,
Sadness.
That's like, and some people might say, oh, well, PlayStation's like that too, but like with everything coming out on PC and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but like, there's always going to be a console market, right? Like, there's always going to be people who are going to buy console. It's not like if you look like if we were in a world where every single game ran way better on PC, it was cheaper and stuff, there'd still be people who would buy console because it's easier to use. It's easy to just go into a Target and be like, ooh, the PlayStation 48, and then pick that up and then hopefully grab a disc. Hopefully.
I can't wait for the PlayStation 48, dude. When's that coming out?
At this rate, 2029?
About 100 years from now.
There's always going to be market for consoles, so it's like, in that respect, yeah, sure, like every PlayStation game's coming to PC and some are coming to Switch, but also, like some games run awfully on Switch, and also,
yeah.
like if you're playing console, you're probably gonna like go for the PlayStation first before you go for a PC. So there's that, and like Xbox isn't really getting a lot of exclusives. Like I'm glad that they didn't gate me out of Elder Scrolls. Like that's, but at the same time, it's like what really else is there? Like, the Indiana Jones game was a timed exclusive. I think Oblivion Remastered wasn't even in timed exclusive. I think you just get that right off the cuff. I don't even know what they're releasing. Like, Halo seems like it's in. Like,
I don't know
limbo.
either.
I don't think they're making a Titanfall 3.
Halo's been done since. I mean, no, Titanfall got canceled,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and Perfect Dark got
Like
canceled.
their biggest one or that was recent was that music one. The God.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, that one. And then they
Canceled.
tried to
killed the
they
studio.
killed the studio, and then the
they
studio got
killed the
revived by
studio.
somebody else. I think they got bought up by somebody else. And it's like
Yeah.
what do they got? You know, like the whole point of the system is to play games, but if you don't really have a reason, like their big selling point is Game Pass, and they up the price on that.
Right. And here's my thing. If your big selling point is Game Pass, then you're just not for me. And you have never been.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because if there's one thing I hate,
It's
paying
Nintendo.
money to people.
That's right.
It's Nintendo. Boom.
This
Boom
whole
roasted.
segment, this whole segment was a Trojan horse to get us back to Nintendo hate. You fell for the oldest blunder.
You fell for it. You fell for it. We thought we were talking about Xbox. Just kidding. Can you imagine paying $10 for a tutorial? What a scam.
You fell for one of the most classic blunders. The old Nintendo
No,
hate hidden in the Xbox hate trope.
All right, so in the modern world, society, subscriptions are just such a cool business model that all these really cool companies love to force on us, right? And I'll tell you this: there's one thing I hate in the world more than anything. It's paying monthly for crap.
Yep.
And paying monthly to not own anything. I do not subscribe to Spotify. I do not subscribe to Apple Music. I don't subscribe to any music. I could spin my camera around and show you, but I have a big old bucket of vinyl records and some CDs as well. I own my music. I try to own a lot of my video games, despite using emulation or whatever. But in that case, if buying the classic argument is if paying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. Like there's that classic argument as well with that. But I refuse to pay monthly to not own something.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
So Game Pass has never been for me.
Game Pass has also
And
never been
now
for me
it's-
because I hear people like, "Oh, you can try out this game if you want to see if you like it." And it's like, yeah, or I can just look at if I might like it because I have a pretty good radar for seeking out games.
That's the other
that I
thing.
like or don't like.
I'm not going to be like, ooh, let me try it and see if I like it. I've been playing games for my entire life. If it's not Mario Sunshine, I'm probably not going to like it.
Yeah, and it's
so,
even then, because I know I'm weird with this one, but if I get a game, I'm gonna beat it. That's the whole. I'm gonna roll credits, and it's even if I hate it, Lord knows I'm gonna be rolling. Lord Reggie knows I'm gonna be rolling credits.
dude, I need the sunglasses emoji, the meme, with the pixelated sunglasses. I need those coming up. When you said I'm gonna roll credits, it needs that just deal with it. Sunglasses. That was
We're gonna really show our age.
yeah. So no, I hear you, and it's like me and you know the games that we like. I also have very little interest in what's on Game Pass. It's I don't know, like what's on Game Pass that I would care about.
And it's like Yakuza was on there for a bit. That's cool, but you can also just get Yakuza on any Steam sale for fucking
I could
nothing.
also just buy it.
Yeah.
You know what is
Or
is
you can go to Unsung Heroes. Honestly, in the current state of games, a little bit of a shout out VGP, Video Games Plus, who are Canadian retailers.
Oh, not me.
Nah, sorry. The better VGP.
Yeah. Damn. I think I actually know what you're talking about because I think the Game Chasers went to that store.
Yeah,
Video Games Plus.
They do. I'm pretty sure free shipping to the US and They always go for like reprints and stuff. So a bunch of like the Trails games, because those games were like super hard to come by after their release. They did a bunch of reprints for those. They do it for like a lot of RPGs. They're great. They're really cost like they're not expensive. So if you're looking to get physical games,
so
at least NA region games, VG Plus, look at VG Plus.
So GameStop. All right. It's bad. The current state of affairs for Xbox is bad when there was a tweet where GameStop dunked on Xbox.
Yeah,
GameStop.
like they got room to
the
talk.
literal the right
the Funko Pop
the ass
store.
crack of the the ass crack of the gaming industry just took a dump on you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
straight
Did you
up.
mention Nintendo again?
You're gonna get to see on video too how like excited I get to say I hate Nintendo, but so, as I have all these Pokemon plushies behind me. But
I
anyway,
am imagining, because I can't see you right now. I'm imagining you're like sprawled out like a Victorian noble.
I just kind of look like a gremlin who's awake early on a Saturday morning.
That's
so
fair.
not really a Victorian noble here, but anyways, so GameStop literally tweeted like, Xbox, pay $360 a year, own nothing. GameStop, buy it once, own it forever.
Yeah, but buy what?
GameStop. Yeah, buy
Your
what?
Funko
first of
Pops,
all? Right.
your Dragon Ball Z
Right.
trading cards. What are you buying? It ain't games.
Well, GameStop and FYE are just the same store at this point. But anyway,
Maybe FYE is still around, man.
so yeah, what was I had something else to say. Was it that I hate Nintendo?
Yeah, it might have been that. Might have been that when you hate
It might have been
Nintendo.
that. Might have been that. No, it's the whole thing too. Okay, I think it was just this. Can you, when you really think about it, right? When you really like look at the grand scheme of your finances, right?
Mm-hmm.
$360 a year to own nothing. To own nothing.
Yep.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's paying
really
$360 a year for the quote unquote experience.
I'll take a flight home.
Yeah.
Or a flight anywhere.
I'd
know?
spend that.
Like-
I'd spend that on one copy of .hack infection off eBay.
right.
But I'd own it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, limited run. We need to talk about this. All right. The other thing that I want to mention too, as you were talking about Video Games Plus, yeah. So I know that we just kind of maybe semi-praised GameStop there, at least for dunking on Xbox.
Yeah,
but
broken
I
clock,
still
all
want to
that.
just shine light on how important it is. When I buy games, I do everything in my power to get them in person and to get them not from a major retailer. Everything I can. Sometimes you got to pull the trigger. It's okay to like buy games on eBay, I think, from some dude who just needs some money, right? The problem with it, of course, is that eBay takes a fee and then, eBay gets money from that. And so, and they're like a big company or whatever. But I mean, eBay can be clutch, right? So there's that element, but it's more of a desperation move for me. So I have some local game stores in my area, just, in the whole Phoenix metro. There's obviously quite a few. It's a big city. So, and I try my best to support them. There's this one that I've been going to lately, and for some reason, the dude has a lot of limited run Switch games, which I think is interesting. I guess maybe somebody just traded in a bunch of them, but
Yeah,
I
there are
always find
there are
like
some like Limited Run does do in addition to like collectors stuff, they do like standard editions. So like the East Origin, there's like a standard version of that. I have that one, and there's some other ones.
I got
It's like they're not more expensive. From what I remember, they're pretty much the same thing as any other game. But it's just you got the limited run logo slapped on it. They're a little bit more out there than their collector's edition stuff, but it's still limited for
right.
annoying reasons.
Because I got the Panzer Dragoon remake on Switch with like it says like the classic cover. Like I guess there's like some variants, as if I would know anything about that. And then a little co-op game called Vitamin Connection, because my girlfriend and I want to play it at some point.
Yeah.
Like that's, but like and he had like multiple. He had like quite a few other ones, and I was like interested. I'm like, how are so many of these, like, I thought like limited run games were like really obscure and hard to come by, and I was like, he's got a bunch of these here. Like, this is really interesting. Is this just a cool store or what? Like, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I do my absolute best to buy it through him, and to
secondhand.
support his store. Yeah, support his store with it. And so I'll tell you, there's 2 games that I've been after, and this includes going to the big gaming convention here in Phoenix to game on and not finding either. The 2 games that I've been really after for like over a year: Beautiful Katamari on the Xbox 360 and Opuna on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've talked about Opuna a couple times on the podcast. I yesterday finally just said, screw it. I found a listing for Opuna for like not that much. It's kind of a rare game. It's kind of expensive. It trends around 60. I think I paid 50. So I got it for a little bit less than,
Okay,
you know,
so not
maybe the
Xenosaga
market.
Episode 3 territory. All right.
Oh, no. I'm not in a tax bracket that can even talk about that game. But
I can't even mention the name Xenosaga Episode 3.
no, for me, like $60 is like a lot. And so, but I wanted to try and find it, you know, at a store, and I had asked, and this store that I go to in the Phoenix area has like 3 of them. And I've had the guy look it up, and he's like, it's all out of stock at all of our stores. And then I've been to a couple others, not within that chain, but just a couple other like local shops, and like none of them have it. And I couldn't even find it at the convention. So that's when I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
And you try not to buy it from some like scumbag reseller. I try and find people with like lower feedback scores or lower numbers of feedback, still 100% positive, of course, but lower feedback who you're maybe helping them get started on eBay, or
Yeah.
I don't know. You just
They got like
I
a
try
picture
and
of
buy
it.
from,
They got like I remember I bought I think it was Kingdom Hearts Recoded or something. Like a CIB of that, because I only had the cartridges from when I was a kid, which I got from GameStop.
Was it DS?
Yeah, DS.
Is it
It
DS?
was either
Yeah.
that or Birth by Sleep on the PSP. Point was, like, when I bought it, I was like, I'm gonna get it from this seller, because this seller actually seems like this one seems like really legit. And it was like this person who just had, like, you know, it was like next to all these plushies and stuff, and they're like pink DS, or they're like pink DS or PSP or something. And I'm like, yeah, this got soul.
Yeah, someone who cares, like buying from another collector who just wants to sell it, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's how I try and price my games. Like when I sell stuff, because I mean, I don't keep everything. I rotate stuff here and there, you know, and YouTube obviously shaped my perspective on that a lot. So I had a collection, and I kind of retooled it quite a bit to fit more of my needs for YouTube. And so, you know, one collector to another type of deal.
Yeah.
I hate when my stuff gets bought by people who clearly don't care and are just in it for profit.
Yeah.
On eBay, and I hate when I'm buying a game from someone who doesn't actually like video games.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
the same, yeah, it's like, I also know that like if I'm buying from a collector, it's gonna be taken care of. Like it's not just gonna be like put in a little
Yeah.
like cardboard thing and shipped out. Like the person's gonna like triple wrap that in bubble wrap, and then like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I know for your listings, you always post it next to a picture of Mario with his eyes cut out. Because Nintendo sucks.
Boom! Got him. Yeah, even if it's a Nintendo game. And my eBay account is just called Nintendo Sucks Gaming.
With 2 X's.
Yeah. That's not my eBay account. I'm not telling you what my eBay account is. So
That is his eBay account between you and me. He's not letting you know it, but I'm letting you know it is his eBay account. Look it up.
So yeah, I mean, the point being is I try and keep it, you know, I try and keep it local. I think it is really, really important to just support local stores. And what makes me, to tie it back to the Xbox conversation, what makes me so happy about all this negativity towards Xbox is that people aren't just laying down and saying, okay, I'll pay you $30 a month now for nothing different.
Yeah.
It was 20, but now it's 30 because of the economy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people aren't just buying that. People aren't just taking that, spoon-fed to them.
people aren't just kissing
Everyone
them,
is really mad.
Yeah.
Everyone is really mad, and it's good. It's really good to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is very good when people, vote with their wallets and all that.
Because you should be really mad because you're being abused by a company, like, straight up.
No, it's like,
It's
like the companies don't, it's the same thing we talk about when we talk about, like the people who make the games, like the developers and stuff, for the most part, they're chill. They're just trying to make games. They're trying to do what they love.
A lot of people are just trying to make a living, too.
And they're just trying to make a living. Like, but the company itself, the corporate side of it, the people
who already have 7 Ferraris and
like
shit. You're not trying to make a living. You're trying to buy another yacht.
Satoru Iwata, like, who was awesome. He did the whole thing with him cutting all the higher-ups' paychecks so they could keep on their staff.
Everyone cites that. Anytime any company is greedy, someone brings that up.
It's,
like, straight up.
It's such an awesome, like, it's a human move. It's like, it's so...
It is.
You're just like, oh, okay, this person respects the people who work for him.
Yep.
And, yeah, it's like... It's companies suck, man. Including Nintendo.
100%. Including... Boom roasted.
Okay. Yeah, so...
we need the air horn. Can you get the air horn sound effect every time we say Nintendo
Vine
sucks?
in 2016.
Straight up. We need that, like, you ever seen Mad Money with, that dude Kramer? Not Kramer from Seinfeld, but I believe his name's also Kramer. But Mad Money, where it's like, buy, sell. Like, so we need that.
We had the Vine boom sound effect on everything.
Yeah. So it's really good to see people upset about it, and this is how I've felt, just in the past couple of years. Like, okay, I know that I said, like, okay, I have no subscriptions. I have none now. It's not that I have always lived that way and I've always been like higher than thou on subscriptions. I've had subscriptions. You know why? Because when YouTube Premium started, it was really cheap, and I was also like a student and had a YouTube Premium subscription, and it was like $5 a month to not have YouTube ads. YouTube Premium is now like $22, and now they have this Premium Lite bullshit where it's like, pay money for less ads, but not zero.
Yeah, it's
pay money to still see ads.
It's ridiculous, man.
So you just see this creep, this creep and crawl of these prices for things like Netflix, which, started out super affordable. It was crazy. It was like the streaming was nuts. No ads. There's all kinds of stuff on it. And it was just untamed, right? It was just this untamed wilderness of affordability and of access that was like unprecedented. And then you just see this creep and crawl of you paying more for less. And I'm just tired of all the abuse. And so I've just decided to roll with no subscriptions. And it's honestly been great.
Yeah, man.
You save so much money not doing that.
Yeah. No, I got no disagreements here. I mean, I still use some subscriptions. So
I even bagged NSO. You know why? Because Nintendo sucks. Nintendo sucks.
You know what?
I did bag NSO though.
The
NSO is very affordable, and they've kept it affordable, which is like, it's not bad, honestly.
Yeah.
We can compare it, to other subscriptions. $20 a year for the base is really not bad. And you get all those retro games too, if that's your thing. What's stupid is that you need a subscription to buy the controllers for it, but
that are now like $90.
Yeah,
which I
can of
ran
worms.
into that whole debacle. I was going on a trip with my family, and I was like, you know what? I remember the days when we used to play Wii Sports. You know, that was something that the whole family could get around. And I was like, I'm not going to be lugging the Wii with me. I was like, so why don't I get I know it's inferior, but still, it's Switch Sports. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have enough controllers, and one of my controllers is broken. So I was like, I got to buy 2 sets of controllers now. And, that shit's expensive, man.
So, do you want to know, earlier in this podcast, I said I've never even held a PS5 controller. You want to know why? Because they're like $90 fucking dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, if my DualSense goes, I'm going to be highly upset.
I am clinging to dear life on my original Joy-Cons for my Switch that I've had since 2018.
They're just fucking duct taped.
Yeah.
it's
pretty much. And, if there's one thing I really, really hate in having a very limited budget for games, it is paying a lot of money for a controller, because it knocks you off of like, okay, I gotta wait until next month now to buy games. Like, that's my whole budget for games there.
I legitimately, maybe this is just, maybe someone's like obviously it is, but like, why is a controller more expensive than a game?
Couldn't tell you, man.
It's just
couldn't tell you.
I know some people are like, oh, the technology is more expensive and stuff. It's more expensive to make. Sure, fine, but like at the same time, like if I want to play a game and then I'm like, oh, my fucking controller, because all the controllers have the durability of a fucking granola bar. I have to now spend the money I would have spent on like getting like 2 games maybe on a fucking controller. That's ridiculous.
It's crap. It's total crap. And then every third-party controller is awful. Well, not everyone. I won't make that generalization. There are some good ones out there.
I will make that generalization because
a lot of
made
them
by Nintendo, and Nintendo sucks.
Nah. Here, I got a hot take. Bring back Mad Cats. I want my garbage.
Bring back
Mad
the
Cats.
Game Shark while we're at it.
Yeah. And Action Replay.
Bring back the plug and play systems.
Oh, SpongeBob's face.
SpongeBob's face.
Get that toy of SpongeBob's face. I mean, that's like 18 toys in one.
This is the Shrek one. Ew.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
A watched man never plays, Spidey. I love that. That might be my favorite JonTron. That might legit be my favorite JonTron episode.
I don't know.
Remember when things were fun?
Yeah.
Anyway,
the best gaming system in the planet. Well, what are we waiting for? Get it out of there.
Anyway, one other comment too on like controllers. So I recently had a decision to make. So I have the wireless N64 and the wireless SNES controllers for the Switch, and I primarily use them on PC because they're Bluetooth. They're Bluetooth controllers, and they're great. I love using the SNES one. It is. I mean, it's a brilliant controller, right? So like it just works so well for so many games, even like stuff that is not on the SNES, like using it for like indie games and shit, right? Yeah. It's a great, like, I love that I have it.
Until the game asks you to move the control stick, you're like, oh shit,
shit. And I got the 64 one because when I did have Switch Online, I was like, I'm not playing Star Fox with the Switch controller. I need the layout. I need the proper layout with like the C buttons. And the 64 controller is just so unique. It might be terrible, but it's so unique that I was like, you know what? I want this. So anyway, I have those. What I do not have is the NES ones. And they sell them in a 2-pack only, which is dumb. And they charge you like, I think it used to be $60. But now it's $75. It's some crazy high number. Yeah. So, but here's the rub, Brian. I have a lot of original NES controllers that are 40 years old and still work, right? Yeah. I have a lot of original NES controllers and a lovely little website called Retro USB. And I mean, you can get them anywhere for the NES. They're really common. Makes USB to NES wires.
Oh, nice.
And so I bought two of those for $13 each. And now I can just plug in my real NES controllers to my computer. Sure, I got a wire instead of Bluetooth. And the Bluetooth Switch ones have like 2 extra buttons. Like they have like ZR, like, mounted on them basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that might be better, but Retro USB also makes like a wireless NES controller too. So if I really wanted that, I could go for that. And it's still cheaper than the Switch ones. But just like finding alternatives like that has just been so big for me, and supporting a little website like Retro USB that has looked the same for my entire life.
Yeah.
Seriously,
No, I
that
love-
website
I love-
is still very mid 2000s.
I love when you go onto a website and you're like, this shit was made in 2008 and it has not
Yep.
been updated since.
Do you know the website I'm talking about? Do you know Retro USB?
I have heard of it. That one I'm not too familiar with, but like there's some other ones like I mean, not really the same, but like Gaming Relics, which I think I've showed you before, which like they make the cases for, they make the plastic cases for like
yeah,
NES
yeah.
and N64 and stuff.
I think have you ever been on Stone Age Gamer? I think that website still kind of has that look too.
yeah,
It might be a little more modern, but yeah. I actually very niche, very helpful. For my HDMI adapter for the GameCube, it like sticks out of the GameCube kind of far, and it's actually like really detrimental because if it like falls out, it can fry the GameCube. So Stone Age Gamer has a little mount that you can like stick in the vent of the GameCube to keep it from falling out, and it was like $6, and I was like, "Yo, that might save me from destroying my childhood GameCube."
And there's
so
also, like-
let me get
There's
that.
other stuff like the, I think I talked to you about it before. It's that one, oh man, I forget what it's called. It's like the one where you can plug it in to your laptop, and it's like a little like Game Boy thing. You like put the cartridge in and you can like manipulate, like you can play like
Yes.
the emulator,
Yes.
and then like take any saves from the emulator, and then saves it on the cartridge so you can play it actual hardware too.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like a ROM dumper,
Yeah.
but with a little more. Yeah, I remember you sent me that, and I was really interested in it. When I still was like collecting Game Boy games, I just emulate now, but
I do have to point out because you mentioned what was it in your Pokemon Crystal video where you weren't going to spend that much money on or like who would spend that much money on a Pokemon game or trying to
you
collect
did.
for Pokemon.
You-
I was just
you
like
did.
I was just like
You did. Yeah, I kind of forgot that you bought all that shit.
yeah. It's behind
Yeah,
me
you
now,
did, Brian.
but hey, I got them all.
You quite literally did catch them all.
Yeah, I got them all.
And good for you, bro, but not me.
Yeah, no, I would not wish that on my worst enemy, man.
You have it boxed? Do you have Crystal boxed?
No, okay. Look, I'm not in that tax bracket. Like I was never in that tax
Yeah,
bracket.
yeah.
I got like for those ones, I got all of them that I didn't have already. I just got the cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
So like I got a bunch of them from this one person who, and I think I told you this before. You could tell they were legit. At least the Pokemon Blue version. Because it had teeth
Mm-hmm.
marks in the cartridge from when some kid bit into it. So I was like, "Oh, this shit's real."
Some kid. You don't think it was a dog? You think it was a human?
It looks like human teeth.
You
Teeth
think
marks.
a little human child bit that cartridge?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
The-
That's awesome that you have that. That's one of a kind.
Yeah, and then but yeah. So I got the 6 Game Boy Color ones, and then like I mentioned, I got the Gaming Relics cases for them because I was not going to shell out a whole bunch of money to get
Right.
CIB for those.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
then-
you have your cases,
yeah,
but
and then I
yeah,
did
yeah,
a
yeah.
similar thing. I think I was only missing one. I was just missing Sapphire for GBA. So then I just bought because I already had Ruby, Emerald, and then Fire and Leaf Green. So then I just bought Game Relics cases for those, and then I already had all the Gen 4 games CIB from when I was a kid, or at least Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. And then I just bought the
Have you
loose
played the
cartridges
remakes?
for all of the DS ones that I didn't have, and then this is where I do not recommend doing this. This is a kind of a little shameful. I did pay for like empty cases just to put them in, like the
Oh,
to get. I paid for like
whatever.
the case and manuals for them because I was like, it just feels weird that I have like 4 missing, you know. So yeah,
Whatever, bro.
some of them a little bit more expensive than they probably should have been, but you know,
Have you played the Diamond and Pearl remakes?
but Diamond
on
Shining
the
Pearl,
Switch?
yes.
Are they good?
Everybody says they aren't. I think it's just Diamond and Pearl. It's legit just Diamond and Pearl. Like the
Which is
the
fine by
reorchestrated
me.
music.
I like
the
that.
reorchestrated music is good. Like the looks take a little getting used to, but like it's fine, man. Like I understand the complaint of like, you know, it's not platinum. Like platinum is the best version of the best Sinnoh game.
But
for
they've
sure.
never remade. They never remake
Yeah.
the third one. They,
Yeah, it's
they
like-
didn't do.
they didn't even
a
put,
Crystal
like-
remake. They never did
They
Emerald.
didn't put like the
like,
they didn't put like any of the good shit from Platinum in. So it's like, okay, from that perspective, yes. Like if you want to play the best version of Sinnoh, just emulate Platinum. But yeah, they're fine. Like honestly, yeah, I mean, I would say I like them more than Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I like those too. Like my hot take and for the Pokemon fan base has been that I think those are the best Gen 8 games, which people always consider them to be among the worst, which I just don't get because again, it's
Wow.
just Diamond and Pearl. Like it's a lot of people
So
are like,
I
well, they
wanted
didn't
to
change
get-
enough, and it's like, okay, but like it made me feel like I was a kid again, so fuck you, I guess.
yeah, like I mean, I'm cool with that, honestly. Like that's what people are. That's what I've been told too. I have some coworkers, you know, who are into it. But anyway, and they're like, oh yeah, like they're fine, but they didn't really do a whole lot extra. And I'm like, sounds like a fucking slam dunk to me, then, bro. I'm gonna buy this right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's-
I want to get one for myself and one for my girlfriend because she has a Switch Lite and she's just kind of starting to get into Pokemon. And you know, we've been playing like Pokemon Go together and stuff. And so I was like, hey, like we could both get, you know, Diamond and Pearl, the remakes on Switch. You can play it on your Switch Lite. We can trade Pokemon and, you know,
Yeah.
do that.
Just don't
and,
go
and
for
I was just
Munchlax,
wondering,
and you're
like,
fine.
I was just wondering if it was awful or not because I know a lot of modern Pokemon stuff is like terrible.
Yeah, no, a lot of
So-
people don't like it. It does have like it does. You can kind of like because it's so 1-to-1 with a lot of stuff. The analog stick does get a little awkward because you'll just be like do 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 as you bump into stuff a lot. But yeah, it's
As
it's
if
fine.
the Switch doesn't have a D-pad.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I legitimately I quite enjoy it. Again, I think they're the best Gen 8 games, but that just might be my Sinnoh bias. Like they're
Right.
It's just
and it's
Diamond and Pearl.
something that like I would play on my Switch
Yeah.
with like the SNES
And
controller.
I
you
will
know?
say,
like
the reorchestrated music
and have a D-pad.
The reorchestrated music is actually really good, and you can also switch back to the DS music, although you need an item for it, but still. So you need to be a little bit into the game to do that. But
I mean,
still,
yeah,
like,
okay,
it's-
okay, sure, but like that's still cool. Even if they made it a stupid item, like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you know, you need to get the Swift sale in Wind Waker HD too.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's like it's good. Like I don't really have many complaints about it. I still like
Yeah,
nostalgia wise.
no.
I'd still like if you ask me like, am I reaching for original Diamond or Brilliant Diamond? I'm gonna be reaching for original Diamond just for nostalgia. But like,
sure.
yeah, it's I don't have any issues with it.
For
really.
the sake though of me, like if I were to make, because I want to do YouTube videos, so at least one per generation. So I'm kind of like just kind of starting to play through Fire Red now because like I did Gen 2. I know I started with Gen 2, but that's my favorite, so whatever.
Okay,
and then
so
I'm
you're
gonna play,
counting
like,
you're
Fire
counting
Red.
the remakes. So you're
I'm
doing
not
each
playing
region,
Blue,
not really,
Brian.
each.
I'm
yeah.
not playing Blue.
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm not doing
can.
it. I'm not playing the original
can.
game. I'm not doing it.
You can.
I'm not doing it. I'm not.
Let me
doing it.
finish. You can completely breeze through the game, which you could have done in Crystal as well, by the way. But I know you wanted a specific team, so I'm not going to be like harping on you too much.
Mm-hmm.
But you can breeze through pretty any Gen 1, Gen 2 game by just having a Kadabra. That makes the game
I know.
so easy.
Well, Gen 2 not so much because there's Dark type, but Gen 1
Still.
I know Psychic in
Still.
in real Gen 1
you can
like
you
in
can
Blue
still
and Red.
like you can still completely like devastate dark types with like obviously like if you have the option just go with something else, but like if you're it's down to your Kadabra
Psychic can't-
Psychic you're dealing less damage, but it still has that insane modifier. It still does insane
Psychic
damage.
can't even isn't Psychic an X0 against Dark?
No, it's I think it's just a 0.5.
I thought it was X0, at least in Crystal, but I mean I could be wrong. I'm kind of far from the. I'm kind of a month away from that playthrough now.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
but
only electric
anyways,
to ground and like what is it?
Ghost,
Ghost and
normal and
Yeah,
ghost.
normal and ghost. I think those are the only ones
Yeah.
that are that. Yeah.
You can't tackle Gengar.
Yeah.
You can't fucking tackle Gengar.
But yeah, it's
So no, I'm not playing blue. I know that if I get any psychic type, it's game over, and I get it. But there's just so much about Gen 1 that I'm like, whatever.
not bad.
I would much rather play the remake.
You know,
much rather play the remake.
the best Kanto games are Fire and Leaf Green, like for sure.
Yeah, and I've never really played them. Like I played Blue and Red, but I've never really had a lot of time with Fire Red or Leaf Green because I just had Ruby when I was a kid. So
Yeah.
other friends of mine had Leaf Green and Fire Red. So, but I want to do So
you wanna
I
do
have
each
the team.
region.
Hang on, let me pull
Yeah.
up my. Yes, one for each region, including remakes. I just happened to do Crystal for Gen 2 and not Soul
Yeah.
Silver.
Okay.
Even though I probably like Soul Silver more.
Yeah,
But
so like you'll be
I had a mission with Crystal to use like Dawn Fan and shit, and he's not in Silver.
yeah, it's like I wanted to clarify that because I was like, oh, if you're doing like every generation, that means you're not going to do like original Ruby and Sapphire then, but because technically Fire and Leaf Green are Gen 3, but I know what you mean now. You meant region, yeah.
And I probably do Emerald. I
Yeah.
don't think I'll do the Gen 3 remakes. I think I'll play Emerald.
Yeah, well, Emerald's the best version.
because that's nostalgic. Because that's nostalgic.
It's also just the best
That's
version
nostalgic for me. I don't want to play a damn 3DS game that I never played. Like I'll play the GBA game.
It's fine.
you know?
Like, it's-
so all right.
yeah.
Let me tell you my teams though, Brian. Let me read this. We're gonna end the video with some Pokemon team showdown. Here's the plan. Here's a little spoiler for like the next 2 years of VGP videos. So, Kanto. Here's my team. Are you ready?
Go for it. I can tell you if you're going to be wrong
My only
already.
caveat. Water every time for starter. Water starter every
Okay,
time.
good. We're off to a great start because I was gonna be like, if he doesn't say Blastoise here, I'm gonna be like, absolutely not.
No.
It's wrong. Incorrect. Blastoise is
I
the best
love
one.
Venusaur. And I would like to use him, but water is my favorite type in the game. So I'm using water for every single one.
Yeah. The only one that's might
And
get
I
you
used,
into trouble a little bit, which is again, it's fine because I love Empoleon, but he's my favorite starter.
How am I not going to use Empoleon?
It's
He's
just
a big
that you
penguin.
don't have any other fire options if you're doing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl,
Hang on.
because that was a big
All right,
thing.
Kanto.
With that. Yeah, go ahead.
Blastoise,
That's good.
Vileplume, and some of these were recommended by friends.
Yeah.
Blastoise, Vileplume, Mr. Mime,
Okay.
oh yeah, Primeape, Snorlax, and Fearow.
Okay. So you might need
That's
to
cash
play...
money. That's no, I don't need anything.
No. I'm saying.
It has
I'm
to be-
saying.
it has to be
I'm-
Fire
what
Red.
I'm-
It has to be
yeah, I was
Fire
about to say
Red.
because I think Persian is exclusive.
Persian.
Yeah. Didn't you say Persian?
I didn't say no fucking Persian. I'm not an idiot.
did you say?
I would never use that Pokemon.
Which one did you say? What did I?
Blastoise,
Blastoise,
Vileplume,
Vileplume.
which is exclusive to Fire Red.
Okay, yeah, that's an exclusive one.
Mr. Mime,
Yeah.
Primeape.
Oh, Primeape. That's what I. Okay, I misheard.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I already have Mankey. You can get Mankey in like Route 2.
Yeah.
So I already have him. Snorlax. So I might need some save states for
Yeah,
that.
you only got 2 in the whole game, dog. You cannot mess that one up.
Yeah. I know. I might need some save state. That was recommended by a friend. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use a big old normal type. And
It's just a tank.
Fearow.
You have 2 tanks on your team.
with Blastoise
Yeah,
and Snorlax.
you were gonna be like
slow tanks.
it's just nothing will kill
And I
you.
think Vileplume's pretty slow too.
Yeah.
If I recall. It's a slow team, but Primeape's really, really, really fast. So that's like and I think Fearow is pretty fast as well. Johto, you already knew my team because I already finished the video. And I actually need some help, so you can help me build some of these teams. I need some help with Gen 4 because, hey, Brian, fun fact. I've never played Gen 4 other than the Gen 2 remakes.
Well, Gen 4 is my favorite, so yeah.
So you can help here. But
you just
let me
go
give
with.
you Hoenn.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me give you Hoenn. All right. This is certified, by the way. It's a certified team, so don't even say anything.
Well,
It's
if you got
certified,
Swampert
all right?
in there, it's good. So
Swampert, Water Ground is busted. Water Ground
Swampert's
is
the
a
best
busted
starter
typing.
in Gen 3, for sure.
Probably in the entire franchise.
Blastoise.
honestly.
My heart will always be
Does
with Blastoise.
Does Blastoise have ground typing though?
No, but he's just a guy. He's just a little guy, you know?
He's just a little guy with a fucking cannon on his
Two
back.
cannons.
Anyway. All right. Swampert, Gardevoir,
Okay.
Aggron,
Okay.
Flygon,
All right.
Dusclops, and for the grand finale, Shuckle.
I was going to say, like, Plusle.
I am not using Plusle. That Pokemon sucks.
I know, that was
Shuckle,
the point.
dude.
Yeah, Shuckle.
You know why? Two reasons. One,
Fun to say.
don't fuckle with Shuckle.
Exactly.
All right? Don't fuckle with Shuckle. Second reason, Shuckle can learn self-destruct, so I can make the turtle explode.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's certified. So don't even no changes. Don't even it's certified. All right. Sinnoh. The only 3 that I have are my starter and 2 from Gen 1 and 2. So I
not
want
going
to
with
use
the team that everybody uses in Gen 4.
Oh, is there like a dominant strategy?
Well, it's not really a dominant strategy. It's just like the one that, because they all look really cool and they are really good. But it's the one that everybody goes with, and you can make kind of changes depending on your starter. But the typical one is Infernape as a starter, and then you go Lucario, Luxray. Oh my god, what's
That
the,
is so OP.
I think-
Just those
yeah, I
3.
think-
It's so
what's his
busted.
name?
I should use Luxray though. I'm gonna tap in Luxray. I love that
yeah,
Pokemon. He's so
I think
cool.
it's Floatzel, I think, right? Like, it's the water one. And then
Oh, for your water type, yeah. Do people think Floatzel looks cool? All right, sure.
and then oh man, I'm trying to remember the last 2. Fuck, I can't remember. I might actually pull out my fucking copy of Platinum right now because I ran that team one time.
All right, but hold up. Let me tell you my 4.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now this is pending getting the remakes and being able to trade, because one of them is Gengar, so I need to trade.
Yeah.
Right, like you can't level up Gengar in Gen
you
4,
can't.
right?
No, you can't level them up in anyone.
So yeah, I didn't know if they changed it or what, but anyway.
Munchlax, let's do
it. Empoleon,
yeah.
Crobat,
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Crobat. Yeah. My homeboy, my boy Robbie, he loves Crobat. So he was like, you got to put Crobat in one of them. Empoleon, Crobat, Gengar, Luxray, which I just put in. Now I need 2 more.
Lucario is one everybody
You
goes
pick,
with.
Brian.
Everybody goes with Lucario.
I'm not picking Lucario.
You-
Eat a dick
you
about
got-
Lucario.
alright, okay, damn. The one you already got a flying type, but I mean, slightly
Yeah.
worse flying type. That a better flying type than what you have, but you're gonna keep Crobat. That was the other one that people always do is the. Oh my god, why am I blanking on its name? It's the third evolution for like the the Pidgey clone of Gen 4. Staraptor.
Oh, Staraptor. I ain't using that. That's weak. Crobat way cooler.
You all right? We are not having Staraptor slander in the big 2025. What the fuck is this?
He's the best of the like Pidgey clones.
All right, but so we've got a water type, flying, ghost, and electric.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucario would fit the bill because it'd be nice to tech in a fighter.
You're
but-
gonna need something that can deal ice damage. You can do that with Empoleon because Garchomp is gonna get.
Can he learn Can he learn so like for Alligator in Gen 2, I taught him Ice Punch right away.
I
and
think
kept that
you
the
can
whole
give
game.
Ice Beam to Empoleon.
Otherwise, I would not
yeah,
be opposed to like a Dugong or something. But
you need some type of ice damage because, well, I don't remember. I don't think Garchomp has any. He might. I don't remember. Yeah, Cynthia's Garchomp is fucking scary. Yeah, just keep in mind you're gonna need some sort of ice coverage because like that, the Garchomp takes 4 times damage to that, but it's still terrifying.
Mhm.
And if you're doing Brilliant Diamond, just a heads up, all the Elite Four I think are EV trained for some godforsaken reason. So like it's much
Okay.
harder than like any other Pokemon game.
sure.
Honestly, I would say Garchomp even though it takes them because you went with Dragonite, so in Gen 2, right?
Yeah.
So like go with the
Yeah.
pseudo legendary, one of the best pseudo legendaries in the series, Garchomp.
All right, Garchomp, and one more. I went with two pseudos in Crystal because Chugga Conroy did. Arcanine's also pseudo legendary.
not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. The only pseudo legendaries are
Arc-
Dragonite in Gen 1, Tyranitar in Gen 2, Metagross and Salamence in Gen 3, Garchomp in Gen 4, Hydreigon in Gen 5, Goodra in Gen 6, Komodo, I think it's called in Gen 7, and then Dragapult in Gen 8, and then Excalibur, whatever it's called in Gen 9. The only one that had two.
My whole life, I've been told that Arcanine is also a pseudo legendary.
It is not. It has to pseudo
Or
legendaries.
he's close.
Pseudo legendaries have to have base stat total of I think 600. They need to be.
And what is Arcanine's?
I don't think he's 600. You need to have.
Look it up.
You need to have 3 evolutions, and then I think the final EXP thing needs to be
Well,
like
that's-
a million EXP or something. Let me see.
Well, look, the 3 evolutions thing kills it, obviously. Maybe there was some old rule back in 2010 that made Arcanine a pseudo legendary, but you know.
This doesn't tell me the base stat total. What the hell? No, his
Come on,
is 500.
Bulbapedia.
According to the AI overview, so I don't know how much you want to take this.
God.
It's 555, so close, but not 600.
See, yeah, he's close. Yeah. I know Arcanine's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
So.
It's just like he's not technically a pseudo legendary.
Right.
But yeah, Garchomp.
All right,
Garchomp is very good. It's just again you won't get a Garchomp until late game because like you can
Fine, I
find
didn't get
a
Dragonite
well
until-
okay you can find a what's the Gibble I think is the first thing you can
Gibble?
find that
Gibble? Yeah,
real
it is-
early
it
on.
is Gibble.
You can find
Yeah.
him real early on.
Yeah.
It's just that he's probably not going to become a Garchomp until you like hit like probably the 8th gym.
Is it level 55? Is it like Dragonite?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot. Let me see.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get Dragonite until the final battle of Crystal, so you Dragonair like the whole game.
Yeah, Garchomp. Let me see. What is his? Oh no, actually 48.
His path. Oh boy, so low.
But that'll give you ground coverage too, because he's Dragon Ground. He's got to be careful with ice types.
Yeah, that's busted. Dragon Ground. That's such good typing.
Yeah.
No wonder.
It's yeah, and like again, Cynthia's it's got insane speed, and Cynthia's Garchomp is scary. Like that is whenever I do a run of any Sinnoh game, anytime I'm like, Cynthia's Garchomp is the thing to prepare for, and but honestly, in the original games, her Spiritomb was scary because that thing had no weaknesses.
So look, how hard is it to get Lucario?
You get one automatically.
All right, fuck it, we'll use him.
You
then. There
gotta
There's
you gotta
6.
go to Iron Island, which you can just leave. But if you go through Iron Island, it's like an optional dungeon thing. You get the Lucario, you get the Railu egg at the end.
It's just like Dratini in Gen 2. Like you just get one.
I think you get the egg technically.
you
so
can
you
catch
gotta
them,
hatch
but,
the egg.
yeah.
You cannot catch them. You have to hatch the egg. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, you're given Dratini by
Yeah.
an old man in Crystal. Yeah. So, all right, we'll do Lucario. So, Empoleon, Crobat, Gengar, Luxray, Garchomp, and Lucario. That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's a nasty team.
Yeah. And if you want, I mean, can Gengar learn fairy moves? Gengar might be able to learn fairy moves. I don't know. Like, because you also have to remember,
can he?
fairy.
Yeah.
Fairy is a big thing now. And I think, I'm
Right.
pretty sure.
because it's technically Gen 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Spiritomb is only weak to fairy. Let me see. Because that thing, honestly, like, Cynthia's Garchomp and her Spiritomb were the two things, like, even now I'm playing them and I'm like, ooh, this. Yeah, fairy is his only weakness. Immune to normal fighting and psychic. That is,
Damn.
it's...
Fairy was so necessary.
Yeah.
Very, that was so overdue. The fact that didn't happen until Gen 6 is crazy.
Yeah, it's
Fairy was so overdue.
Spiritomb is Ghost Dark, and yeah, when you didn't have Fairy, it was just weak to nothing in the original Gen 4 game. So it was like
Right.
you could not have
because it's
any,
not weak to psychic.
Yeah, you had
Because it's not weak to psychic. Yeah. It's terrible.
and she always led with it, and you were like, oh god.
Sweeper. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's we can cap it off there.
All right.
I won't make you do Unova. We'll just end with the Sinnoh team.
Good thing because
I've got enough.
my
I've
knowledge
got
of
my work cut
Pokemon
out.
beyond Gen 4 is just is
Dips
awful.
immensely. Yeah, no, yeah, me too. I don't even know like Unova at
I
all.
played-
And I know people love Black and White, but
Black and White I would consider to be like if I had to rank the gens themselves, Gen 4 would be my favorite, then Gen 3, then Gen 5. Like Gen 5 is really good. It's the last.
what is time out?
Yeah.
Put the meme of the ref, the stock image of the ref.
full timeout?
Full timeout. You mean that your favorite is Gen 2, right? You meant to put that one first,
No.
right?
No, absolutely not.
Hey,
Gen 2 is the
let's-
worst of the
let's-
classic gens, in my opinion.
let me do one thing here. I have one sentence for you. Eat a dick. Gen 2 is the best.
No.
I love Johto.
Johto-
Gen 2 is the best.
Johto's
Other than
fine.
grinding for the Elite Four. What is your problem? What, do you not like Soul Silver? Everyone
No, I love Soul Silver.
loves that
Soul
game.
Silver, second best remake.
Oh, I
Behind
love Soul
Fire-
Silver. It's just
Fire
my
and
least
Leaf.
favorite.
No.
It's just my least
That's
favorite.
not Gen 2. It's Gen 4.
Okay, but what's your problem with Crystal?
Well, first off, Pokemon availability. I think it's better in Gold and Silver. Number 2.
Don Fan has a word to say to you about that.
Give a
but
shit
anyway.
about Don Fan. Give me Ampharos. The
All right, I'll give you. I've used Ampharos like every time I played that game,
Ampharos.
so I was like, fuck
Ampharos,
it.
Magby. Like,
You can get Magby and Crystal from an egg.
yeah, from an egg. That's a random chance. In Gold and Silver, you can just catch it in the tower.
Who uses Magmar?
Me! I used it in both my Gold and Crystal playthroughs, and he was fucking awesome. I had a shiny
You
Magmar.
ever heard of Arcanine? Who you got a shiny?
Yeah.
All right, I see you. Brian. But who uses Magmar?
Yeah, and then you also, like, the Firestone. You need the Firestone for Arcanine.
Okay, whatever. A trainer calls you,
Yeah.
and then you go get it.
Yeah, but and the big issue with like the biggest issues with Gen 2 specifically is it's split between Johto and Kanto.
Nothing.
So like there's a real lack of trainers in the end game of like Johto specifically. It's like you're running into the Elite Four and you're like what like a big one is like if you go by the pathing that the game recommends, you hit Jasmine, who's this huge level like increase. I think she has like what level 35 or something, like a 35 Steelix. When you were like capping out like level 20 before, and then you go to Price and it's like
watch my
and you go to
video.
Price
Yeah.
and his highest one's like level 23, and you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Like there's
No,
that.
so
and then
Chuck actually gave me a ton of issues because of Poliwrath.
Yeah.
But I actually did pretty well against Jasmine. But her Steelix is like level 35.
yeah, it's like
and
such a
you are
huge level.
20.
You're like, what? It's like there's no gym trainers to train like to level up on before her. You're like, what is this shit? But like, yeah, it's like the end game has a severe lack of. There's nobody in. There's no trainers in Victory Road, so you can't.
like Victory Road.
Yeah, so you can't do that. I know it's like, oh, but Silver beat them all. It's like, yeah, okay, cool, but also at the same time, it means I'm going to the Elite Four under leveled, and I have to level grind on like
and I
normal
mentioned that in
mons.
the video, dog.
Yeah.
That is my least favorite part of Gen 2,
Yeah.
100%, is that it is a hard stop in a game that you are steamrolling because Gyms 7 and 8 are easy because of the rocket takeover
Yeah.
and you get to grind a bunch, but it's still not enough for the Elite Four.
Yeah.
I get that.
And then-
but Gen 2 rocks,
and
you suck.
and then a lot of Gen 2 like a lot of new Pokemon from Gen 2 are exclusive to Kanto, which is stupid. Why is Houndoom locked behind Kanto or Tyranitar?
Oh yeah, you do only get
Mount Silver.
What? Yeah. No, yeah, I hear you.
So it's like
all right,
there's
fine.
like there's
I get your complaints, but you're wrong.
it's like listen, Johto has soul, right? Like it's the music's incredible. Especially like in the remakes and stuff, like the look of the region is amazing because it's all like, you know, as opposed to like Kanto, which is more like, you know, modern. It's got like a more like rustic feel and everything with a lot of the towns. like Johto's got
Yes.
soul, man. But at the same time, it's just like it's balanced weird.
I get it. Look. Here's the thing. Out of all the Pokemon games in the entire world, I have played Gen 2 and like Gen 2 and its remakes so much more than anything else. So much more. So to me, that's just what Pokemon is like. And so I maybe have not even played the other games enough to be like, oh, wait a minute, Gen 2's kind of fucked
Yeah,
up.
like
You
I will
know?
tell you,
Like-
any pretty much any other Pokemon game, obviously in the newer ones because they're easier. But like if we're just talking classic gens, which to me is like gens 1 to 4 are
1 through
is
4,
definitely
yeah.
classic. Gen 5 is the like I consider that to be the last classic gen and also the first modern gen. It's more like if you put it,
It's the transition, for sure.
If you were to
Yeah.
ask me like more classic, more modern, I'd say it's definitely more classic gen, but it's still got
But
some.
X and Y are so modern. X and Y are so
and it's
modern.
like
yeah.
so like Gen 5 I still put into that classic kind of thing. But like between
I did
so
play
between,
through all of X,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
I played all of Gen 6, but I don't remember a fucking thing
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
it's fine. It's like between
Go-Go.
Gen
All I remember is Go-Go.
between Gen 1 and 5.
He's the man.
Like at the very like if you with the exception of Gen 2 and their remakes, if you just you don't even have to fight the normal Pokemon pretty much. As long as you battle every trainer in your way, you're pretty much leveled up for the end game. Like you don't really have to do. Maybe you'll be slightly underleveled for the Elite Four, but you can still do it. Like it's not you do not have to
Right.
grind. You might have some like times where you're like you might want to stock up on items and you're like which is what I like to do. I like to go in like slightly underleveled but get a shit ton of items and have like a tank
Yeah.
and stuff and like to fall back on because it adds
Just
to like
fight the Elite
yeah
Four,
it adds
but-
to like the
but not use
intensity
items,
for me.
yeah.
No, I use the
Yeah.
items. It's just that like you know like when you got your one Pokemon that's like level 23 because it was like you didn't level it up as much. you're like just survive so I could get the max revive off. Like that's the
Yeah.
like yeah it has the intensity for me. But yeah, like except for Gen 2, if you just battle every trainer that you come across, you're pretty much good for the whole game. Like you don't really have to
Right.
level grind. Yeah, that's just a Gen 2 thing.
Unless you're Aaron from the Game Grumps and you want to fight the entire Elite Four with Beedrill.
Yeah, it's
but
different.
anyway.
That's a different story.
Let's
And you could still do that if you just use Beedrill
Yeah.
throughout the whole game.
True. One of the best comments ever on those videos is, I love how a level 90 Beedrill is about as good as a level 60 any other Pokemon.
I mean, it's not wrong.
They literally get him to like 91 and he's still like can't
Because that's
hang
like
with the
yeah,
Elite
that's
Four.
the whole point. Bug types are supposed to be like they're pretty good for the early game, but once you get past any bit of the early game, they just suck.
Yeah, I like my man Pinsir though.
I mean, they're
But,
cool.
you know,
The Scyther's awesome,
yeah.
and Scizor too.
Caesar, yeah. All right, Brian, I'm done yapping.
All right, you want to give an outro?
Thanks for watching.
Okay. Thanks for watching, and remember, Nintendo sucks.
Remember, Nintendo sucks, and Microsoft sucks, and Sony sucks. They all suck.
Yeah, but Nintendo extra sucks. It sucks it sucks twice. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
and Classic COD was fun.
Yeah, Classic Hot was fun. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.
Yeah. We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye.